folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. McCaffrey on the counter. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out right here. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Saints. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. A fumble returned, and a Saint touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon.
He's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Second and 5. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Winston. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to throw here. Caught on the slant. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore from 6 yards away. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way out to about the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. This is taken at the 18. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Touchdown! Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A first down throw for Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Winston. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good. From 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now, 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
As soon as he looked up, began his route. Someone on the defensive side broke with him, and just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Meanwhile, Winston's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. 15 yards there for number 15.
I do have to admit,
and I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action. Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Saints 10.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Play action now. Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And his drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some space here. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Winston now. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston finds his man on the out route. It's Chenot. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 38, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So a good grab there, and here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to throw again. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey going to be stopped before he can get moving forward. He's going to lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 43.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Third and long, Thompson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 21 yards there on third down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Thompson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go play action here on first down. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That was the safety, Marcus May, who got the sack there.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone just like that. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
No surprise there. He's looking for one of his favorite targets again. As soon as he left the pocket, but the coverage was good downfield. They get right to the receiver and help prevent that completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Thompson to throw on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ashton Doolin from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. His fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Thompson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division